What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fandoms Anonymous. I'm here to review one of my very favorite shows on Netflix. It's called Trollhunters. It's by Guillermo del Toro. Now, we got the first season last year. Season 2 came out just this past Friday. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it. As I was watching this season, I did start to get bored. I started to get bored because I was like, okay, there are a lot of filler episodes. There are a lot of, there were a few story building episodes in the beginning of the season, 13 episodes. There were a few story building episodes, and then it became a lot of filler episodes. Some of those filler episodes drove the narrative. Some of those filler episodes answered a few questions. But for the most part, they were filler episodes. Some of those episodes brought new ideas to the table. Some of those episodes, fleshed out some other ideas, gave us more on the Trollhunter lore, gave us more on the troll lore itself. And after a while, I got kind of bored. It wasn't much action. In the beginning, the first couple of episodes, there was a lot of action because we got Jim, who, when we last saw him, he went into the Darklands to go save Claire's brother Enrique, who was a changeling from non-Enrique. Hilarious. He goes into the Darklands to save Enrique. He actually saves Enrique and then makes it out of the Darklands. But he really went through being trapped in the Darklands, facing Gunmar, and Gunmar wanted to kill him and take him out. And then you got the people back in Troll Market. They're trying to figure out how to get Jim out. Claire and Toby and Vendel and Arg came back to life, and Blinky. They're trying to figure out how to get Jim out. Jim comes out. After that, the season just really slows down, and it becomes a lot of filler episodes. Again, these filler episodes drive the narrative, but they were kind of slow a little bit. Now, I love Trollhunters. I really do. So we move to another part of the season. We get episode by episode by episode. And I told you earlier there were some new characters. Well, not necessarily new characters, but they were added more into the initial storyline. So I'm talking about Steve and Eli. Steve is always picking on Eli, but then they became friends because they both found out about the whole, what they call creepers, which are the trolls and the monsters alike. And Eli, he's been covering this stuff, trying to figure out that there are monsters in Arcadia. But again, when we're watching shows like this, when we're watching any type of show, we have to identify what the title of the show or that season says. Now, the first season was Trollhunters. Okay, this is the initial season of the show. We learned who the Trollhunter was. We learned about Trollhunters. We saw Jim grow up and become an amazing Trollhunter. This season title was Trollhunters: Tales of Arcadia. So when I'm thinking about these filler episodes, these episodes were basically just tales. It all revolves around. All of that comes back around 360. So these shows were what you would call tales. Now, I'm so wrong about the boring part because, buddy boy, in the last 3 episodes, the show went crazy. And this is what lets you know that all of the whole filler episodes, all of the pieces and parts, all of the tales per se, were building up to what we're going to get for season 3. Season 2, I finally derived that it's not boring. It was a building season. It was a world building season. It was a situation building season. It was a thought process building season. And it was building for what we're going to get, because season 3 is going to be epic. So let's get into it. What happened in the last couple of episodes? We had the tribunal, which was made up of all the different troll lands, all of the different troll leaders. They came, and their thoughts was they thought about getting Jim from no longer being a troll hunter. Reason being is because Gunmar got out. So come to find out, Gunmar didn't get out because Jim let him out because of what happened with them getting out of Darklands. He was released by some other people. Come to find out, Usurna, I gotta say that right. Usurna and her people, she was working for Gunmar. She's the reason that Gunmar got out. Now we also get the Janus gang, or the Janus Order, which were the order of changelings who all worship Gunmar. You gotta remember, more than likely Strickland and Numora were part of this order as well. So all of these people, they are changelings, and they do what Gunmar tells them to do for his return. Now, Usurna ended up taking over Troll Market, and she killed Vendel when Blinky and Toby and Jim, they came to Vendor saying, hey, well, not Jim, because Jim was trapped. Blinky and Claire and Art came to Vendor saying, hey, Jim didn't do this. He's not the reason. There are spies in Troll Market. They found the spy, but they ended up blowing him up. But they had the dust of him, which was the dust of a changeling, and they were able to tell that to Vendor. Vendor went to go tell Usurna so they could stop the proceedings, and Usurna killed Vendor. Just killed him. Killed him. I was so sad. I was so sad about that they killed Vendor. But Vendor was smart. I believe Vendor felt something wasn't right. So he held some type of stone during the entire part where Usurna was killing him, that when Blinky received the stone, when he found out that Vendor had died, he was able to place it into this vase, and he was able to basically replay what had happened. They found out that Usurna killed him. Usurna was working for Gunmar, alright? So, Gunmar ended up taking over Troll Market and absorbed the entire Hearthstone. Now, this is my thoughts. Why did Gunmar turn evil? That's what I want to know. That's what I left with this season. Was there always the Darklands? Because you know, when you have certain situations on shows where people are placed into another area that's quote unquote evil, that they once came from good. Look at Scar in The Lion King. He was in the Badlands, you know. And look at Gunmar. He's a troll, just like everybody else in Troll Market. How and where did he come from? He wasn't born in the Darklands. He had to have come from something good. Is he related to anybody? And speaking of relations, we'll get that in a second. Is he related to anybody? Is he a troll going to the dark side? Who knows? Maybe he wanted power and they got rid of him and he was banished to the Darklands. Okay? Now, speaking of relations, we got my man Mark Hamill that came on this season, and he's playing the voice of Blinky's brother, Dictatious. Hilarious. Mark Hamill is such an amazing voice talent. So to watch him, not Force Awakens, but to watch him on Last Jedi this weekend, and then to start watching Trollhunters and see him again playing Dictatious was amazing. Love Mark Hamill. Now, what happened was they wanted to evacuate Troll Market into one of the dark forests in Arcadia so that the trolls can't go in daylight. So Claire used the full powers of Angerot's staff. Now for a second I had forgot that the staff belonged to Angerot because Claire has it so much. She used the full powers. I mean, she went all straight up. It was like a scene from Guardians of the Galaxy. It was like when Peter held the Power Stone and it began to break him apart. But the other team, all the members of the Guardians all came and held hands and joined together. All of the team came and joined together and held the staff with her. And she was able to transport the entire group of trolls that were left over out of Troll Market into the forest before they were found by Usurna and her guards and the people working for Gunmar. Now, what happened to Claire was she had a dream at the end of the episode where basically she is so connected to it that she's being used by the Pale Lady, which is who Angerot used to answer to. So she brought Angerot's head to the Pale Lady, and the Pale Lady told her, "You are now connected to me. You're not connected to me." So what that means is we're going to possibly see some situations where Claire is doing stuff that they're going to find out and they're going to think maybe she's a traitor, but she's not. She's being possessed because she used the full free thing, the full powers from the staff. Whew, it's a lot. It's an ALOT lot. So now she's connected. Now, Steve and Eli are now working with Jim and helping him out. Blinky is now the leader of Troll Market. Jim came home and Strickler or Nomura were waiting on him saying, "Hey, we're here to help. I understand you have a big mission ahead of you." So, Gunmar has absorbed the full powers of the Hearthstone. He's all powerful now, and he's able to do some amazing things. We also saw Jim being able to use more of those stones to give him different powers as well. We had a hilarious episode where one of the stones created multiples of Jim, so that when that original troll hunter used that stone, it created multiples of himself. So, like I said, a lot of filler episodes, but at the end, when all the action started to come about, I said, okay, you know what? this was a building season for Trollhunters to give us something more epic in season 3. So I digress. My first statement saying the season was boring. I want you all guys to go check out Trollhunters. If you have not watched season 1 and you're at the end of this video, I spoiled season 2 for you, so you should have left because the title said Trollhunters season 2 spoilers review. Go back and watch it. For those of you who clicked on this video, saw the title, and you watch all of season 2, let me know how you feel in the comments below. Whether you're watching us on YouTube or you're watching us on Facebook, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.